Violence flares up again in Manipur, and the federal reports from the ground and looks at what's next for the state following the CBI's arrest of Arambai Tenggol's armed wing chief. Joining me is Dhiran A. Sadokpam, the editor-in-chief of the Imphal-based news site, The Frontier Manipur. Thank you for joining us, sir. My first question to you is, let's start with, for viewers outside the Northeast, can you explain who the Arambai Tenggol are and why the CBI's arrest of their armed wing chief triggered fresh violence in Imphal?
First of all, Arambai Tenggol is a powerful Imphal Valley-based group in Manipur, and the group has been often described as a socio-cultural uh, group that has gained prominence since the eruption of the ethnic unrest uh, since 2023, 3rd of May. Generally, the group claims to protect the interests of the Meiteis, particularly the communities that inhabit the valley of Manipur, but has often been accused of being involved in violent confrontations with, particularly with Kuki-Jo groups and other uh, groups, and also within the Manipur communities. But these accusations had been there for long. But the arrest of the one Assem Kanan, who is a prominent leader of Arambai Tenggol, by CBI has triggered fresh tensions in Imphal Valley, leading to widespread protests and arrest of several members, though all 12 were released unconditionally within last 24 hours, that is on yesterday evening, Sunday evening, though he himself, Asem Kanan himself, has not yet been released.
What is the crux of the CBI case that led to this arrest?
According to the CBI officials, and also according to when the MLS met the governor, the governor AK Bhala had told them that the arrest of Asem Kanan is not related to Arambai Tenggol, but it is on personal note, a personal kind of a basis. But what is this personal basis? If you literally look into it, or the crux of the CBI case that led to the arrest, nobody seems to actually know the details of it or the specificities of the CBI case. But there is a wide belief that this case is related to high profile case that is which also involved many other people, and his arrest by the CBI is going to lead to what we call a broader investigation into the violence that Manipur has seen since 2023, and this CBI case basically under the instruction of the apex Supreme Court has the mandate to deal with the violence that Manipur has experienced, including arms possession, illegal activities, and all kinds of the violence, the ethnic violence that Manipur has seen since 2023. However, there's a special. I want to add a special note on Asim Kanan's arrest. There is, I mean, when one looks at it, maybe there are many, but we are not very sure. But there is one particular FIR which is lying in the Porompat police station in Imphal East, dated the 27th of February 2024. And this FIR by the Porompat police station, and this is not related to the CBI. CBI must have picked up the case from here on. That is, one is not very sure. But the case lying with the Porompat police station in Imphal is, which is dated February 27, 2024, accuses Kanan and two other leading what we call leaders of Arambai Tenggol for attempt to murder, abduction, snatching, causing damage, and criminal intimidations. These are all part of the police FIR. Problem is, the people do not see it that way, and because they see it, say, when actions has not been taken, particularly the communities in the valley think that not enough action had been taken on the so-called Kuki-Zo armed groups, but there have been number of operations against so-called armed groups, particularly armed village defense, and also Arambai Tenggol in the in the valley areas. But it may be mentioned that Arambai Tenggol did surrender. I don't know the quantum of the arms, to the governor when Assam, after the imposition of president's rule in Manipur, they actually went to meet the governor and had surrendered. Some, I mean, they said there's quite a lot of arms, but not the quantum, the exact number of the arms. We're not very sure, but it was also shown across all media, both electronic, print, and also even social media, that they had surrendered arms to the governor. And but cases against them, I don't know how, whether CBI has taken the cases against them and also against particularly Assem Kanan. But as the governor says that Assem Kanan's case is not related to Arambai Tenggol, and he also did mention that Arambai Tenggol's contribution in the what you call recent floods, about the rehabilitations and rescue operations, along with Indian rest of Indian Central Security Forces, were commendable and all that kind of thing. So we get some hints of the CBI case based on the kind of FIR that is in the Porompat police station. But the exact nature of the thing, according to the political class that includes the Congress members who had spoken yesterday to the media, that public were not aware of what are the cases against this Arambai Tenggol members, and particularly against Assem Kanan, which is a prominent leader of this group.
So, will this violence have any impact on the president's rule, or to be more precise, on the growing demand for reinstallation of a popular government in the state?
Yes, this incident underscores the fragile nature of law and order under President's rule, and could intensify calls for reinstating an elected government. While President's rule was meant to stabilize the situation, the public unrest following this Arambai Tenggol leader Assem Kanan's arrest may reinforce perceptions that a locally accountable government is necessary to manage the complex and sensitive ground realities of Manipur more effectively. But there is also a belief that amongst the state think tanks, that incident of this violence, when the state is gradually limping back to normalcy at the nascent stage of normalcy, this kind of arrests were made, thus provoking the people, provoking certain the constituency that Arambai Tenggol has it. They've got lots of followers and many people support them. Is also is a bad decision, and given the kind of a timing of the situation.
It is evident that even the PR has failed to restore normalcy. What, according to you, could be the way forward?
The central government, and as well as the agencies, were thinking of expediting certain cases that is pending, so that this violence can be dealt with at the level of what do you call what law and order, as well as also giving justice to the victims and all other kind of thing. In a very, the intent may be very very good, but the fallout, the impact has been, it has had an adverse impact. But certain political quarters in Manipur also believe that this timing of this arrest and also provocation that has taken provocation heaped on the Arambai Tenggol and also their supporters and the people of Manipur, particularly in the Imphal Valley, also indicates certain thing, that maybe even if it is in a PR, the government of India is not actually ready. The New Delhi is not actually ready to reinstate a new popular government. Please remember, though President rule is there in Manipur, it is under suspended animation. The assembly has not been totally what do you call dissolved. So there is always possibility of reinstating the government, and there has been a kind of a very popular demand from even from within the BJP and also rest of the other opposition parties, that the president rule has to be lifted after installing a popular government, or after installing a new government in Manipur. And restoring normalcy is actually tied to these demands also. And but then we know that this might be some strategic or security kind of related reasons, kind of a oversight that New Delhi has not foreseen. That's why I think it requires a very kind of a patient political dialogue with all kinds of people, particularly with how to handle sensitive cases and how to handle so-called the CBI cases, the cases that has been taken up by either NIA, National Investigation Agency, or the Central Bureau of Investigation. So these cases has to be handled in a very what do you call effective manner, but without sensing the sensibilities of the people, as well as the kind of a wrong signal that if at all this might lead to some so that this might not lead to some kind of obstacle in bringing normalcy to the state of Manipur. But having said this, I think reinstatement of a popular government is actually is also the wishes of the people, because at the end of the day, the state of Manipur cannot forever stay under president's rule, and there needs to be a way forward, a step forward that can lead to peace building efforts, and also some kind of a normalcy that Manipur has not seen in the last uh, 2 to 3 years. And I think that is the crux of the whole issue, and that is how I think the central government should be quite uh, serious in handling these issues in a in a broader sense, and also in uh, trying to keep up with certain principles that guides the reality of the day.